Hi, this is Mike Goodwin with EverLogic. What I want to show you is how to create a marketing list to your customer base using the Search Customers feature. So I click on that, I get a list. I want to produce a pretty broad list, so I'm going to select No Criteria and click Search. And that'll produce me a list of every prospect and customer that I have inside of my database. So you can see down here I've got 12,374 records. Let's say we want to do an email campaign with that list. So I'm going to right-click on the grid, get rid of every column, and I only want to see the customer and their email address, and click Save. And then I'm going to click on the filter button here and say show me everything that's non-blank. So out of the 12,374 items, we now have 12,175 that have an email address. What you're going to do with that is you're going to export it to an Excel spreadsheet. And so you give it a name like email list. And maybe put the date on it. And save that. Then you can use that spreadsheet with a service provider like Constant Contact or Vertical Response or some other mass email provider and send out your email communication. And if you want to remember this list, how to produce it, you can actually create a flex view for it. Just give it a name. And I've already created one here. We'll call it email list. I'm just going to save over top of it. It'll rerun the report to make sure that it works properly. And you can see here it comes back. The filters are even applied. Let's close that down. Let's say we want to do a birthday card mailer. So click on my Search Customers. I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe I just want to have customers that I've had activity with in the past, let's say past 3 years. So we'll use a custom range, and we'll go back to 2010, January of 2010 to today. So I want everybody in that range, I should have selected the date, from 2010 till now, so the past 3 years, we're going to run a list. So we have 6,387 items. Because we're going to be doing a birthday, we're going to right-click on the grid and choose which columns we want. We're going to want to have the customer's name, their address, so we can mail a card to them. And scroll down this list here and you'll see a birthday field. Once I click Save, it generates that list. So I want to have all my birthdays where they're non-blank, and I also need to have valid mailing instructions. So let's say I want to see every address where it's non-blank, and I want to also make sure I have a city and state. And so we're filtering our list here and the zip code. We need to have everything filled in to do this. So now I've got 6,061 potential birthdays, and it has the birthdays list or birth date over here. I'm going to give this a flex view name, and I'm going to call this my birth date list. And click Save. And it'll rerun that report, and then now we have that list. You can do the same thing you did, export it out to Excel, and use some mail merge utility, or filter based on maybe the current month. One thing you can do is you can sort these records, so we can see everybody who's born in the year of 2007, and on like that. So that's how you create a couple of marketing lists, and you can save them. And like I said, you can always come back to them. Just go to the Home tab. You can see here you've got Flex Views, and I've got my birthday list and my email list right there. Just click on it, and it'll produce that for me. Thank you.